So I'm going to not do that. This is something I wrote before I left Hong Kong because I'm here on exchange. And it's only just 4 months, but it felt like a really long time. And I was just picturing stuff about what would happen with my friends and with my boyfriend and with whatever when I left. So this is what I wrote. The day after I went away. The day after I went away, on the 9 a.m. eastbound tram to Central, a baby wriggled in his mother's embrace, pressing its tiny button nose against a half-open window to take in the tangy whiffs of the dry seafood and the restlessness of the freshly awakened city. Somewhere stashed in the depths he cannot yet consciously reach is a half-formed memory of a girl who always used to sit in the next seat, whose strands of hair gently tickled his face as he shrieked with laughter. Is it a memory or but a fragment of a dream? The day after I went away, a girl smoothed the creases on her lab coat and turned her eyes to tackle samples she was processing. Absently, she wondered why the phone in her pocket didn't vibrate anymore. That evening, when her parents asked her why she skipped lunch, she couldn't say. The day after I went away, the usual declarations of mirth on Water Street first floor continued to annoy their exasperated neighbors as the gang reached for the fridge to replenish the nectar of their youth. They brushed off that fleeting moment of realization that there are now 1 years too many. The day after I went away, the remnants of a typical night of screaming teenagers, you only live once, rained onto the street sweeper's shovel. Neither he nor anyone else noticed that I was one less cigarette butt to clean from the floor. The day after I went away, the color still poured into the setting sky. Later at night, the winds flew across the lands and the storm raged on without a care, not noticing the empty seat in the audience. But maybe, just maybe, your wine glasses will still be etched with the shape of my lips. Your room will echo with the last traces of my music. Your baggy shirts remember the frame it once clung onto. Your sheets will retain my warmth. Your stubble will recall the light touch of my fingertips. Your eyes will silently mourn the absence of my bare morning face. And your mouth will still linger with the taste of me. Maybe, just maybe, I will be missed. And I'm going to read a second one now. Okay, this one is pieces of me. I am the wallflower on puke-lined nightclub couches, silently screaming to be watered over droning tones of drunken ecstasy, of awkward tangos and cameras with flash. I am the nightmare with loud music oozing through my earphones in a bright elevator filled with ancient glares, and I shrug nonchalantly, a cheekiness worthy of the chastised generation. I am the lingering silence that ensues a lights-out smoke as the world curls towards the glittering orange stars, drifting like staccato on a black pool of habits. I am the liquorous waterfall that goes to bed perfect and wakes up a tattered, tangled mess, crushed by the heaviness of my head, having lucid dreams of wonderland. I am the fleeting rainbow on a pale egg glistering under the sun before the world remembers its white. I am the torn sheets from a moleskin notebook, weaving tears of ink. I leave a trail of footprints in the sand, only to have them vanish with each wave. I am the awareness that the strap to my striped sundress has fallen ever so carelessly to one side of my shoulder, and I pretend I don't notice as you look my way. One day you will fall for the crystal on a string of diamonds and wonder what you have done to deserve all the pieces of me.